I'm all loaded up. I'm gonna try my hand at a solo archery deer hunt. Headed down to LaSalle by myself. I've got where is it? There it is. The trailer hooked up and everything else that goes with that. And I'm headed out. I got about a 5-hour drive ahead of me. Hope to be able to pull in time to do the evening hunt, which is going to consist of just me walking some roads and hoping to see something. So we'll keep you up to date on the way. This is my camp spot for the night. I've got some visitors already. Hopefully that's a good sign. Update. I made it up to the meadow where I had hoped to camp, and there were probably 10 vehicles in there and a bunch of tents and campers and trailers and all kinds of stuff. So that was unusable. My number 2 spot was also filled with campers and all the way down the road. So I had to turn around and come back about a mile south of where I wanted to be. And I found a spot that's kind of hard to get to off the road. Once you get down in here, it's pretty nice. There have been deer out in the meadow, and they don't seem to be too shook seeing me. I saw 2 bucks tonight at different times. One was a little spike that had a tiny fork on it, and then I saw one from the road just before I got back here to camp. Was probably a pretty good size forker, but it was after shooting hours. The sun had gone down. It was probably pretty close, but I wouldn't have been able to find him by the time he died. So we'll save them for tomorrow. I feel bad because I tried to get a text out saying that I was okay and that I made it. I tried for an hour. I went up where me and Becky had gotten some service before. No luck up there. I did get 1 bar for 1 minute, but it wouldn't send the text. So I feel bad about that. I will try harder tomorrow, but fingers crossed. Hopefully we can walk across one of those bucks. I'm starting to have second thoughts about whether or not I would shoot a tiny 2-point or not. I really just think that I got to do whatever I can to get this experience with the bow. And if I wait, we know that we haven't been able to locate the bucks during the rifle hunt. Maybe the muzzleloader, I don't know. I guess we'll know when the time comes and I have the bow in my hand and a deer within range. So big hopes for tomorrow. Gonna head up on top and walk some 4-wheeler roads, and hopefully everybody else goes somewhere else, because the 4-wheelers are just driving up and down the roads, and there are people everywhere. I was really hoping to avoid that with the archery hunt, but it looks like it's not meant to be. I've got a cozy setup here. Got a comfortable bed. Got the trailer leveled out. Got my LED lights. So I'll get a good night's sleep and try at it again tomorrow. Oh, and P.S. there are deer freaking everywhere. I went out just now to get some stuff out of the truck and they were bounding off in all directions. They're mostly does and fawns, obviously, but where there are that many deer around and they seem to be unfazed by all the people, I've got high hopes for walking across to a buck in the morning. I gotta sit down and study onyx and figure out where I'm gonna go and what my plan of attack is in the morning. I'll keep you posted, take you with me. Okay, good morning. It's 5:18 in the morning. I've been up since about 4:30. I did have a good night's sleep. I just wasn't sure how early I needed to be up and what I was going to do exactly, but it's clearly still pitch black outside. I just heard the first truck go by, so somebody's up this early. I'm probably going to wait till it starts to get light, and then I'm going to drive up on top where the cell phone reception is and then park the truck there and walk a road from there. Pretty encouraged to see so many deer last night and a couple of bucks. It's been a long time since I've seen any kind of buck when you could actually hunt them in an area that you could actually shoot them. Unfortunately, it was a little too late, so fingers crossed for today. We'll give it our best shot and hopefully we'll run into something. So I'm a moron. When I sat down to glass, I picked up that huge bull elk down in the meadow. I got so excited. Afterwards, I packed up all my stuff and walked the rest of the way back. The problem was I didn't pack up everything. I had set my handgun down and didn't realize till I was almost back to the car that I didn't have it. So now I gotta go a mile back down and a mile back, which shouldn't be that big of a deal if that's where it's at. Pretty sure. But I ditched the backpack and the bow and made sure to bring some water so that I don't get myself in trouble. But it's like 65 degrees and mostly shady, as you can see walking. The hoping to walk up on them on the road didn't work the way I thought it would. I did see a few does and I practiced my stalking skills to get closer to them, and they knew where I was long before I knew where they were, so I wasn't able to get any closer to them. They were about 75-80 yards away, and I I maybe got to 65 yards, but still too far for a shot and nothing with antlers. But I don't know if I said anything about spotting the bull elk, but when I sat down to take a rest on a rocky overlook, I could see a big brown body down in the trees, and I waited till it came out into the meadow, and it was just a gargantuan 6x6 bull elk about 1,500 feet below me and about a mile away. But he was beautiful. I couldn't get film of him. The camera wouldn't have been able to see him. He would have just been a dot, and I didn't have the spotting scope on me, so you'll just have to take my word for it. So anyway, hopefully we come upon my pistol. It's pretty expensive, so I'll keep you posted. There it is. Just got too excited. Can't be leaving that, especially since it's my protection from bears. I just saw elk way down there. Got pretty excited about it. And then packed up and left with that. Also should be a infomercial or public service announcement for Onyx maps, because I've been tracking everywhere I've been. So when I left the main road and came out here to look, it showed right where I took off the road and right where I came out to this point. So it made it finding it super easy if this is where I left it, and I was pretty sure that it was. So plug for Onyx. Also, I jumped the same doe twice trying to take a nap. It's bedded about 15 yards off the side of the road. And of course, since I don't have my bow or rangefinder or anything like that, I can't tell exactly how far away she is. But she's close enough to give me a heart attack every time she jumps up. But she's easily within bow range. Now I can't shoot a doe, of course, but it's just as likely, actually not just as likely, but possible that I could jump a small buck just like that. And I would be devastated if I didn't have my stuff. But I'm a little tired. I've walked about 7 or 8 miles this morning. It's nap 30, so I'm gonna get back to the truck. I need to make a decision on whether to pull up camp and move it up to where I'm at now or stay where I'm at. Where the truck is parked right now is beautiful, completely shaded, totally covered in pine trees and everything. It would take a little bit of time to get the trailer up here, and it would bounce it to crap, but it bounces to crap anyway, so I don't know that that's a big deal. I was a little worried about moving it up here because I have the generator and I didn't want to spook everything that's up here. There's tons of deer up here. I haven't seen any bucks, but I didn't want the generator to spook them. But the place where I'm at is kind of plain and open, and there's plenty of deer down there too, but I don't know. The generator is going to spook whatever is around wherever I'm at. So still thinking about it, weighing the pros and cons. I'll keep you posted, let you know what I decide. And for all you skeptics who are rolling your eyes and saying, oh, so probably like half of that, here's the unedited proof. 16,400 steps, 7.78 miles, not even noon yet. So suck it. Just kidding. This is behind me, this is the area I want to move my camp up to. See how pretty that is. I'll give you a look at what it looks like where I'm at now. But gonna rest, might unload this stuff and then come back up. Oh, I don't have anything to... I thought I had the lock, that I could lock the generator up here, but don't want to just leave it. Take our chances that nobody comes up here in the meantime. This is the camp spot I had to settle on last night. It's not too terrible. It's kind of a steep drop off up the road up there. But then once you get down in here, just have this open meadow. There's been deer in here almost every time. Just now when I was pulling off the road up above, there were 2 fawns and each had 2 babies up on top. So it's not like this is terrible, but you know, it's no pine trees and everything else. So still deciding. Alright, I couldn't stop thinking about whether I should or shouldn't move camps. I was tired of thinking about it, so I'm just doing it. It's up this road. We're only, I guess we're just about halfway there. I don't know what kind of condition the trailer's in, but we'll see when we get there. Came home to this. Just drove for 3 hours straight and then come back, and there's the house, camp. This is about the 10th or 12th that I've seen on the way back in here. Keep trying to put antlers on it and put it down right there. I've been practicing with my shots right here. I could do it. No luck. I don't know if you can see between the trees down there. There's 2 more between the V. There are so many deer, just not so many bucks. It's morning number 2. I've, like I said, moved my camp up here to the top, so I didn't need to get up quite as early, and I'm not going quite as far today. I'm gonna just walk down this road a little bit to a vantage point, kind of where the deer cross over from the valley to the top, kind of as an escape route. I'm gonna sit over there and see if I can luck into one. Fingers crossed. A couple of things I'm learning about myself on this trip is that I'm incapable of being quiet when I walk through the trees. Just can't do it. Something's making noise on me, or I'm crashing over pine cones or whatever, so I'm not sneaking up on anything. The other thing is that I'm impatient. I don't know what to do about that. Down below me here, there's like 5 different sets of does and fawns throughout the valley down here. In fact, I don't think you can see them, but down in that dark round circle, there's 4 down there, but no bucks. Not sure where the bucks would be. I think I'm on their escape route, but we'll see. There's 2 more down there. The other thing is I'm driving myself crazy wanting to be in the right place at the right time. Problem is I don't know what the right place is or the right time, so it leaves me scrambling. Another note is to find out what those hybrid bee/hornets are. They're freaking everywhere. They swarm me all day. I hear a constant hum or a buzz because they never go away. They don't look like a honeybee, but they don't look big enough like a wasp. I think they're a honey wasp, that's what we'll call them. Looks like more elk than deer. Just got back to camp and there was a doe and a spike right at the trailer. The doe totally grabbed my attention, and then the spike was trying to sneak behind me. I turned around and saw it, grabbed my bow, grabbed the rangefinder, and he took off. He's probably about 40 yards. He was right where I put the target for practicing with the bow. But he bolted and then kept going. Really tiny spike, but I would have shot it if he had given me a chance. I should have just stayed in the trailer all morning. It's the most deer I've seen up close so far. I am in a really good spot for that, but it's hard to tell yourself to just sit in the lawn chair out in front of the trailer and wait. Guess we'll know what to do tomorrow. It's good to see you. 3-pointer on the CWMU. This is for you, Garen. Made it just like you thought I would. FYI, I had no other choice. There was nowhere to turn around, and so I had to go through it to get to some open ground to turn around, and then I had to come back through it. It was sketchier than it looked, but anyway. In case you were wondering what my nighttime setup is, got the street light, lights up pretty good out here in front. Got the LED lights inside. Camera looks dirty. Then around back, got the motion light. Lights up in the back. That's my shoe box, boot box, dirty boot box, and a chair. So anyway, not a bad setup. I'm happy with it. So I don't know how well you can tell in the dark, but I'm sitting in the blind, and off in the distance, some guys' hounds are going nuts like they're chasing a bear or a cougar. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's thunder. There's been some pretty good lightning this morning. The last thing I asked Becky last night by text when I had service was if it was supposed to rain or not, and she said that the weather app said that there was a 30% chance starting at like 3 o'clock, so I don't know what this is. It sprinkled a little bit a little while ago, but it's not doing anything right now. Sounds like the hound dogs are getting further away. That's good. And I haven't seen any lightning or thunder in a minute. Well, there's some thunder. I don't know if you can see anything, but moved over into the car, the lightning's getting very scary, and I don't necessarily want to be in the trailer during a lightning storm. Seems like the truck might be the safest place. Still raining a little bit. Thunder and lightning in the mountains is scary. You could probably hear it in the background. Beautiful sunrise. I don't know what the deer do when it rains like this. I don't know if they stay bedded and come out a little bit later, or if it doesn't bother them and they're just out. Not sure where I want to be. The blind seems a little sketchy and the lightning. I don't know if holding the bow is a problem in a lightning storm or not. I'm sure it'll pass over in a minute and we'll get back at it. Doesn't get much prettier than that.